Brendan, you've seen some of those videos online probably of the slap face competitions.
Yeah, they're kind of violent, to be honest.
Basically like bare knuckle boxing, but with an open hand in a setup that reminds me of Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top, where they got to do the arm wrestling. But this is glorious because you get to see the slow motion replays of where the hand of a person's hand changes their opponent's face into something that looks like Play-Doh. And it's an amazing thing. It's exceptionally brutal, exceptionally violent. It's very gladiatorial, I would say.
Don't people like pass out from that? Like I've seen.
They do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They pass out. They get knocked out. They just teeth are knocked out.
Teeth are
Noses
knocked out?
are busted. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's open to both men and women.
Please tell me this is
discrimination.
co-ed.
I don't think it's intergender.
No,
I think it's
that's a sport I would watch.
Coming soon.
Just because I mean, women have more practice of slapping men, especially in 2026. But I still would be curious to see how that would pan.
Yes. There will be the inevitable "how can she slap" type of moment in those competitions. I think for the women, they need to also dress them both up in the same dress. And then reveal that in the moment, and that gets them really pissed off because they do not like having said this. But beyond that, we as a civilization have already reached that peak with the slap competition. We have decided to go and climb that next mountain, and that mountain, gentlemen, is known as the RUNIT League. Brendan, can you tell us and show us what the RUNIT League looks like?
Well, I can show you. So here's the official website of RUNIT. I guess here we go. Coming to America in 2026. Oh wait, here official rules of RUNIT. I guess we'll take a look at that. Like it's the captions just start with screaming.
Screaming.
All right, so here we go.
Welcome.
Dubai.
It's an
RUNIT in Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
Okay.
Like any new sport, RUNIT has its own rules.
Yep. It's an exceptionally brutal competition. And when you look at it, it basically looks like they're playing rugby one-on-one.
Okay.
And
all right, so a runner and a defender.
White versus black, so it's very chess-like, you know. And they have a special zone that they have to be able to run down on.
Okay.
They have sponsorships there by Stake.
Is that what is Stake?
I think it's a betting site.
Oh, great. That's not creepy at all.
Yes.
Oh.
Oof.
Wait.
So it's basically full-on collision, head-to-head type of competition. So basically it's like I think it's a rugby ball that they're utilizing. But it's like you're running at each other wearing basically like rugby clothing, I guess.
Which is nothing. So this just turns into fast running into each other? That's the sport?
Yes. Yeah, it's and I think these guys are Maori or Samoan. They're definitely Polynesian of some sort. Just big, huge, hulking gentlemen that are just going to be crashing into each other. They're live competitions.
How long has this been going on?
I'm not really certain, but they have a league, and this video was apparently posted about 3 months ago, so I would say probably within the last couple of years, perhaps, to finally get to the point where it's this,
and
notoriety.
Nobody's dead yet.
It's time to stop this now. That's the call from a head injury expert after 19-year-old Ryan Satterthwaite died from injuries sustained during a run-it-straight style tackling game with friends.
19-year-old Ryan Satterthwaite was hanging out with his friends on Sunday when they made the fatal decision to play a private round of a run-it straight-style tackling game. Ryan was critically injured and died on Monday night. In a statement, the organisers of official run-it straight competitions said this is tragic news and our hearts go out to the family and friends of Ryan, adding they do not encourage any copying of the sport as it should only be done under strict conditions. Any contact sport should only be held in highly controlled environments, which include professional medical supervision and support.
The website that they have is pretty impressive. They're going to be having this competition coming to the US.
They have to wear Oh, wait.
I believe that they get rid of the pads. I would have to say, in order to keep that appeal that they originally made it the way it is, they would have to keep it without the pads. There is a ranking on their website which makes it look like they have like the players or if there's teams or something like that. But I just find this interesting because in rugby they don't have any type of protection.
It says
they have like some sort of like
pads or helmets.
Yeah, rugby does have a certain type of like protective I don't know, call it like helmet or headdress or something like that. That's got a little bit of padding, but nothing to the extent that the U.S. football teams use.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. But this is basically just, two dudes off the street running. I want
to see this sport where it's somebody wearing football pads against just a random rugby player. Yeah. It's like man versus car on Rick and Morty. It's like the car always wins.
Here we go. He's pushing his way through. He's trying to fight that car, but the car seems to have the upper hand. Oh, he's got a little bit of pushback there. Oh, no. He just got ran over and chewed up by the tires. I guess that's another one for the cars. I mean, wouldn't the cars always win?
But I would imagine that if you got these two huge men like crashing into each other, it's going to end up creating a whole bunch of CTE. Probably especially because it's like there's certain type of moves you're not supposed to do, but I think that in the heat of running and in competition, there's going to be slip ups that are going to end up having people
absolutely
have to get concussion protocols and stuff. And I've watched some of the competitions on YouTube, and they're pretty damn brutal. They kind of remind me of, there was this one event in American Gladiators that was kind of like this. It was like a football thing where I think you had to like sprint 20 yards or something like that from point A to point B with a football, and when the gladiators had to try to tackle you or something. But
got to come up with some points somehow, some way. Try a little okey-doke, a little shake and bake. Turbo wasn't buying.
That was just, they were trying to like tackle / strip the ball. This is just, you're just running headfirst into just an oak tree.
It just seems. Here, run it highlights.
Yeah.
Double KO. Oh, well, there we go. Oh my God. And this is on their official web, like YouTube.
Yeah. So I think the appeal of this is that it's just two dudes just going straight at each other without any type of padding. And for a long time, the NFL would always have, they'd always have the highlights on like SportsCenter about like, the big tackles, the big hits and stuff like that. Even Madden used to have this one button that would be like I think it was the right joystick on the PS2, which was like the hit stick. That if you hit it at a certain time as you were tackling an opponent, you'd make an even bigger impactful hit on them that might possibly cause them injury or something. So, stuff like this, brutal hits was always something that sold and appealed to people. This is basically making it the same, but adding in that additional, fear factor of possibly getting badly injured,
killed,
somebody
broken necks, concussions, massive brain damage. Like, that's disturbing.
Yeah. And these guys just go, they do like the whole stiff thing and stuff. It's like, somebody's Somebody's head turned to popcorn.
I don't know about this.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, I think they're trying to appeal to the guys that have been sort of for the past 20 plus years now have been watching something such as like UFC, where UFC, it's nobody really watches boxing to the extent that they used to back in the day of our grandparents. Now it's like appeal to a much younger audience, like around our age, that are big into like UFC.
I remember
stuff.
when we were younger and it was like, oh, boxing's over. UFC's the real thing. They punch each other and there's blood. And I remember seeing on like my friend's pirated cable box, watching UFC fights and seeing the blood on the mats. And the thing that always actually stood out to me watching UFC was the destruction of the illusion that an unchoreographed fight is interesting to watch, because 99.9% of the time there's maybe one or two punches or kicks and then it just turns on to rolling around on the ground. And I was like, oh, this isn't anything like a Jackie Chan movie after all.
Yeah, I remember when I was young, at Blockbuster, they used to have the early UFC tournaments on VHS, and you can get those like UFC 3, 4, 5, and I would get it sometimes. And we would watch it at home. My brother and I would watch it with our dad.
I was like, so the entire family sat around and watched people kick the shit out of each other.
Right. And those UFCs were far more of a Wild West type of thing, because there was no weight class. Not everybody just was studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which 99% of every single person in those matches, goes to. There's like the shoot fighters, there was the pit fighters, there were boxers, Olympic wrestlers, there was, guys that did Muay Thai and stuff like that. So it was a more, I guess, fun, crazy, Russian roulette of like who's going to win a match. And now it's become very streamlined. So I think a lot of people, they still enjoy the brutality of it, but they kind of feel like it's lost that crazy type of feel that it used to have. And this might be something that maybe potentially might fill that void for people's lust for athletic violence.
A little bit. I think that I agree. UFC is very clean now. It got popular. It got mainstream. And so when you get,
especially after they started doing like the Ultimate Fighter reality
when
thing.
you get popular and mainstream, you have to get cleaned up. I mean, that's just kind of how it is, because there's more liability. There's more things that if you got sued, there's more for you to lose. When you're just like a tiny little company, a tiny little organization, there's nothing.
Sponsorship money too.
There's
TV
nothing
deals
to get from it.
Finn, do you have any thoughts
on
this
just
matter?
Like a thing now where every episode he eventually decides he wants to join. Come here. But this to me, it's just sort of like it's not as interesting because there's no like battle. It's just run into each other and hope for the best. Like
it's almost like it's something out of Idiocracy.
It is. I mean, I guess there might be some kind of technique to this that's just like elbow and arm shoulder placement, head placement.
Don't become a vegetable.
Like, what's your plan this match? Not to die and not to be horribly like paralyzed by the impact.
To go home at the end of the day and remember what my name is.
What do you think? How much money is in it at this point? They have 130,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's nothing.
I think there was some video there that said that there was like a championship or something like that where they could earn like 40,000 or something like that. So there's some purse that they are able to win. I guess it goes the more rounds you go past, you get more money.
So their highest viewed video right now is that Dubai RUNIT number 2 in Dubai 5 months ago for $200,000. It doesn't seem like enough in my opinion, but I guess this is where it starts, and people just want to challenge themselves, and people unlike us and are open to just crushing into other giant men and potentially getting severe brain damage. But that's cool. God, I didn't like bopping my head on some dude when I was like roughhousing in 5th grade. And you'd like, someone would knock their head back and you'd get like, you'd bang heads together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone was like, oh.
Or you get popped in the lip.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you're just like, is it getting fat, or is it like that I like bite the inside of the lip and I'm bleeding now?
Yeah, Road to Run It too. So this is not a new channel. I mean, not an older channel. 5 months ago. So this really just started 5 months ago. This is, or at least this says.
I
think the trial, the original New Zealand trials, were a $20,000 competition.
Okay. And I'm guessing a lot of these guys probably played rugby at some point in their lives.
I can see that.
Just because they kind of look like rugby players look like
I would.
this.
I mean, I wouldn't be picking fights with any of these people. I'd just be like, can I buy you a drink? What do you want? Like, just let's.
Yeah. I mean, like if I had a need for like a bodyguard, I'd probably get a couple of these big boys, as personal bodyguards. But, yeah, they're just very large fella. Like a lot of these guys look like they would have, they would do pretty decently playing in the NFL as like a lineman of some sort.
I like that they, I mean, I of course they're wearing teeth guards, but it's like, everything else is just
right. Yeah. It's like, well, at least they got
does
the
that
mouth
mean
guard.
that potentially the slapping competitions are worse if people's teeth are getting knocked out of their heads during that?
Yeah, I mean, these guys already are a little bit safer. I do wonder if I think they might. I think the individual competitors in those might choose to wear mouth guards if they want, but sometimes the force of the slap just completely just negates those things. Where it's like, did you lose a tooth, or did an actual piece of the guard like break off and fly out? And that's like, well, it's a good thing you had the guard.
I like how the guy, he still has to wear or run with the ball though.
Yes, because you got the runner, and then you have the
so if
blocker.
he drops the ball, is that?
And then I believe they switch around.
Gotcha.
I think something like that. Yeah, I think you have to. Basically, the point is you just have to try to barrel over the other.
Yeah,
person.
I like the fast running into each other.
Soccer is a very popular sport throughout the world because of its simplicity and monotony. I'm not even sure it's appropriate to call it a sport at all, as it requires no special field or equipment, and is essentially just one ball away from the ancient non-sport of fast running back and forth.
Still seems like that's the main. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for introducing me to this new controversial sport.
I saw a video of this on Instagram, and I was just like, what is this ridiculous thing? And as I started watching it more and more, I was just like, okay, I can kind of understand what this is. You're basically, it's like regular rugby basically, but I feel like it's also kind of more of like American football, which it's just the impact is the biggest thing, but you're also removing any type of really safety protocols of personal, protection apart from, the mouth guard and stuff. But yeah, I kind of hope maybe this will become more of a thing. That'll be kind of fun to see. It's one of those kind of sports that I feel like people would have been showing it on ESPN like 2 or ESPN 3 late at night when they used to do like the fun international sports like the strongman competition and stuff like that.
This reminds me of something I would be watching on ESPN2 at 2:00 in the morning at a bar. And everyone's like, what the f*** is this?
Yeah. And then like there's like a crowd forming. You're like, it's 2:30 and you're like, oh, I guess there's people coming in. There must have been a concert or something.
Like I just like in the olden days at Bar Buena, like late at night, the weird sports would come on, and you could tell when something really weird or cool was happening because everyone just kind of stopped talking and this like mystified air. And then like the bartender who's like looking at everyone is like, "What's everybody looking at?" And then he stops working, and everyone's staring at, wow, that guy just got punched in the face by a log.
Yeah. It was like this would definitely be right up that alley. So it would be.
I look forward to John Boy doing the things you missed this week that you never meant to watch. That's where I'll get my fill for this.
He needs some videos. Yeah. I think he recently did some video of some footage of Derek Jeter from like 20 years ago.
It's the off season. Hey, speaking of the off season, pitchers and catchers.
Catchers reported yesterday.
My cat is like invading the toy chest. Yes, catchers and pitchers reported yesterday, so that's exciting.
Yes, looking forward to it. Happy. I think full squad is Tuesday.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's next week, definitely. Warm weather's coming soon, I hope.
Hey, we've been in the 40s around here, so I assume you guys have been pretty warm too.
Pretty good. We've had a lot of clear skies, a lot of sun, helping melt a lot of that snow. Still got the big piles and stuff, but that's going to go away soon. And it's kind of funny because I'm like, I'm kind of wanting to get out there, start mowing the lawn and stuff like that, doing a little bit of
I'm
lawn
looking
work
forward
too.
to having my windows open again. Like it just, I need some fresh air in the apartment circulating.
And be done with 6th season. I'm finally over a cold and stuff, and just.